We are live with the Sports Philosopher. You know, the first week we stumbled out of the gate, but last week we were on fire. You see that fire in there, folks? Well, we were on fire. Sports Philosopher 4 out of 5. So as my oldest son is fond of saying, a blind squirrel occasionally finds a little acorn out there. Did he catch lightning in a bottle, or is he back on track? We're going to find out this week, and because he's on fire, we're going to start calling this the Sports Philosopher's Fireside Chat.
I like it.
Well, let's get to that first game, and the one we're kind of interested about, the 3-0 Detroit Lions are coming into Dallas, who are 2-1. How do we feel about that game?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say, Pete, that I'm wearing dark glasses this week because if I succeed, I look cool. If I fail, I'm traveling incognito and nobody will be able to recognize me.
All right, fair enough.
This is my way of staying anonymous until we see how I do. But in that first game, I like the Lions. The Lions are 3-0, but more to the point, not just 3-0, but they're a good 3-0. This is a team that's on the rise. Maybe they're even headed to the playoffs. Dallas played a great game last week against Washington. 3 major injuries. Tony Romo still has bruised ribs. He's in pain every second of his life.
That lung's probably still punctured.
That's right. And, well, it's healed, but it can't be in too good a shape. Des Bryant, one of their 2 best wide receivers, a hurt quad. He'll probably play, but in a diminished capacity. And Miles Austin, their number 1 receiver, he is out again. So Dallas is playing with limited weaponry in this game. They're playing against Ndamukong Suh, the Detroit Lions, that fierce defensive front, and that excellent offense. Matt Stafford having his breakout season. Calvin Johnson, wide receiver. Some people think he's the best wide receiver in football. He's certainly on the short list. Javad Best, the running back from Cal. They got lots of weapons. They scored 48 points a couple weeks ago. They came from 20 points down last week against the Vikings. I say take Detroit in that game, take the 1.5, and put it in the bank.
All right, let's move on to the 2-1 Tennessee Titans at the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the Browns are favored in that game, and you never want to pass up a game where the Cleveland Browns are favored. Take the other team. Tennessee has got a good ball club. They're 2-1. They did beat the Baltimore Ravens 2 weeks ago. The Ravens,
amazing.
A lot of people think the Ravens have the best team in football and are going to the Super Bowl. But the Mike Munchak led, the new head coach, Mike Munchak led Tennessee Titans, pulled the big upset, maybe the biggest upset in the year so far. And then last week they won again. Tennessee has got Matt Hasselbeck, the ex-Pro Bowl quarterback from Seattle, lending a lot of maturity and stability to that team. I say in that game, take Tennessee, take the points, and put that one in the bank.
All right, now this is interesting. You got Carolina and Cam Newton coming to Soldier Field, where the Bears are just 1-2. Your Chicago Bears.
My Chicago Bears, and I hate, as you know, I hate getting into games where the Bears are playing, as it blurs my focus. I'd prefer not to have the Bears as one of my picks, and I certainly would never pick against them. But the spread just looks too good. We have to pick Chicago as one of our 4 selections this week. They are a 6.5-point home favorite against Carolina. I thought the spread would be 9 or 10. I really did.
Wow.
The Bears were one of the 4 best teams in football last year. They made it to the Final 4. They are 1-2, but they played the 3 best teams in football practically. Packers, Saints, Falcons. Could have gone 2-1. Now they're playing one of the weakest teams in football. Don't be confused or misled by Cam Newton's presence as the young rookie quarterback for the Panthers. This is still a Panther team that won only 2 games last year. They are rebuilding. The Bears give the 6.5 and watch them grind them up through 4 quarters of Chicago football.
Okay, we're having fun. Might as well do one more. Buffalo, the amazing Buffalo Bills, the only undefeated team in the American Conference, 3-0 at Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get used to the idea that Buffalo is one of the real contenders this year for a playoff spot. Of course, 20 years ago, they made it to 4 Super Bowls and lost them all. They are a 3-point favorite on the road against, who are they playing?
The Bengals.
The Bengals, right. That's why I'm picking the Bills. The Bengals are one of the worst teams in football. They did win 1 game against the Browns earlier, but they're a team in chaos. Their quarterback, Carson Palmer, elected not to play this year rather than having to endure another
that's crazy.
Another season for the Bengals.
It's turned down about $20 million.
He's turned down tens of millions of dollars. Andy Dalton is their quarterback. He's doing his best, but he's just not top drawer. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback of the Bills, is top drawer. He's got a lot of weapons to throw to. Fred Jackson, a top-class running back to hand the ball off to. This Bill team has scored something like 108 points in 3 games. One of the best offenses in football. You look at the schedule. They got to play the Patriots again, the Bills do. They got to play the Jets twice. If they can't take the Bengals and blow them out by a lot more than 3 points, they're not going to have the type of season that they're looking for. This has got to be one of the quote-unquote easy games on their schedule. I'm looking for them to win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. This is our best bet of the week. Buffalo, give the 3 points. Go stand in line, pick up your cash.
And there you go, folks. And remember, this is a fireside chat. And will he stay on fire? Well, we'll find out soon. There you go. Thanks a lot, Brad. We'll talk to you next week.
My pleasure, Pete.